and welcome to the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation's 2021 Celebration of Achievement. I'm John Marshall Jones, and I'm honored to be your Master of Ceremonies for the Foundation's first virtual event. The Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation was created in 1981 with a mission to create and invest in opportunities that engage and empower young people, especially those from underserved and underrepresented communities. Through events like tonight's Celebration of Achievement, the Foundation supports youth programs across the country. I'd like to thank you for being here tonight. Tonight's theme is Leave No Young Person Behind. And together, we're making an impact in the lives of children, youth, and young adults in the communities where we live, work, and serve. So let's get our evening started. Here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner and lift every voice and sing is Mr. Adam A.J. Jackson. Adam is a native of Detroit who began singing in the church at the age of 3. He's a full-time vocal artist and CEO of Full Spectrum Music. Adam is currently in the studio recording his second jazz CD, Once Upon a Time. Following Lift Every Voice and Sing will be the invocation provided by Reverend William M. Means Sr., National Chaplain of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Adam, take it away.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner waves o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicings rise high as the listening skies, and let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light. Keep us forever in the path, we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, O God, where we met thee, lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand, true to our God and true to our native land.
I am William Morris Means. Let us pray. Lord, thou hast been our dwelling place in all generations. Before mountains were brought forth, forever thou hast formed the earth and the world. Even from everlasting to everlasting, you have been our God. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears. Thou hast brought us thus far on our way, and by your might you have led us into the light. Keep us forever in this path, we pray. God, we invoke you and thank you for the foundation, for the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation, its philanthropy, and its observance of 40 years of celebrating achievement. Oh God, as we celebrate success, honor, achievement, inspire charity, and the potential, and invest in those who need it the most, God bless us and these festivities, we pray. Amen.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for our virtual Celebration of Achievement event. We are excited to bring our signature fundraiser to you in a new format that takes us from the boundaries of a ballroom to your homes and offices. Since 1981, the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation has worked to ensure that our youth have a pathway to achieving their dreams. Since our inception, we have created programs, provided scholarships, and established partnerships that help the foundation ensure that we are making a positive impact in the lives of young people across the country. Tonight, we have an amazing program for you that will be both entertaining and celebratory. We look forward to introducing the 2021 Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation scholars, as well as several special guests throughout the evening. Tonight would not have been possible without the support of our sponsors. Our sponsors have been generous with their support and gracious with their resources. I would like to thank them at this time. Our founders' sponsors: Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, JMG Giving Fund, Bayless Integrated Healthcare, the National Silhouettes of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and Thermo Fisher Scientific Incorporated. Our diamond sponsors: Toyota, the Donald and Yvonne Bland Family Trust, Lowe's, AIDS Healthcare Foundation. Our crimson sponsors: Kane A. Hayes, AARP, FedEx, and Wells Fargo. Our cream sponsors: Michael Atkinson, Sean Battle, William Denan, Walter and Kay Oliver, James Sims, Gregory S. Thomas, Next Era Energy, and Regions Bank. Our Achievers sponsors: Ralph Altus, A. Ronald Berriman, Richard Coleman, Michael and Elizabeth DeBose, Robert Green, Thomas A. Scott, Reuben A. Shelton III, Esquire, Decatur, Georgia Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Hubbard, Ross and Associates, LLC, Phoenix, Arizona Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Cisco, and Watts Water Technologies Incorporated. Our individual sponsors are Ren Bass, Philip Simmons, Adrienne Trimble, Achievement Initiative Foundation, the Kappa Foundation of Woodbridge Incorporated, Williams Income Tax Service. I would also like to have a special thanks to the province hallmarks of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated for their support of tonight's event. I would like to say a special thank you to everyone who purchased a ticket to join us tonight. We appreciate your support and your willingness to empower our youth through your attendance tonight. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Evan Jackson, the Junior Grand Vice Polemarch of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated and a member of the Foundation's Board of Directors. Mr. Jackson will bring tonight's occasion.
Thank you, Chairman Bland. My name is Evan Jackson, the Junior Grand Vice Polemarch, and it is my honor to be here tonight as a member of the Foundation Board of Directors representing our collegiate students throughout the country. As undergraduates, we know that it will be up to us to pick up the mantle of philanthropy that has been given to us to continue the legacy of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation. Tonight, we are here to celebrate achievement. Merriam-Webster defines achievement as a result gained by effort. It's also defined as a heroic deed. Both definitions are fitting given the events of the past 6 months. The students we honor tonight have demonstrated great efforts, and those efforts have resulted in their selection as scholarship recipients. We also honor 2 community organizations who have managed to maintain their programs throughout the pandemic to be of service to youth and their families. Their great deeds and efforts continue so that no young person is ever left behind now or in the future. Tonight, we will share stories that show the power of your impact when you support the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation. Last year, many of our college students felt the effect of the pandemic. We lost jobs. We lost internships. We faced hardships paying for school, paying bills, and making ends meet. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, the National Silhouettes, the Senior Kappa Affairs Committee and the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation stepped up to create the Undergraduate COVID-19 Relief Fund. The fund provides grants to students needing financial assistance. When the fund application process opened, the response was incredible. In an effort to provide more grants, the foundation launched a giving campaign with the goal of raising $100,000 in just 30 days. Take a look at how Brothers for Brothers worked to leave no college student behind. As COVID-19 has devastated communities throughout the country, changing the way we think, learn, communicate, and move around, the impact to our undergraduate brothers like me, has been tremendous.
Our brothers have seen campuses closed,
graduations canceled,
internships suspended, and employment opportunities lost.
The Undergraduate COVID-19 Relief Fund has been created to help our undergraduates during this very difficult time.
With funding provided by fraternity,
the Kappa Foundation,
the Senior Kappa Endowment Fund,
and the National Silhouettes.
This fund will provide much needed economic assistance to our brothers in need.
This program will provide the resources we need quickly and efficiently.
Every dollar donated will be dispersed directly to an undergraduate to help them with various needs, including housing,
utilities,
loss of income,
and more.
On behalf of our undergraduates throughout the country, I thank you for your support during this time. Our bond has never been stronger than it is today, because it is through times of adversity that achievement in every field of human endeavor can truly be realized. Thank you for supporting Brothers for Brothers.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for sharing this important virtual event with the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation tonight. Kappa Alpha Psi is steeped in the tradition of achievement, community service, and leadership development, and the foundation is a critical component of all the fraternity does. The foundation was founded in 1981, but thanks to the strong leadership of Foundation President Michael Dubose and a very talented and accomplished team of directors, the foundation has made huge strides in recent years and has a philanthropic reach that is literally worldwide. This event greatly enhances the foundation's ability to expand its considerable assistance in areas like natural disaster relief, COVID-19 undergraduate student assistance, scholarships, and support for historical institutions like the African American History Museum. So I applaud event chairman, Brother Donald Bland, and his team for leading this charge the past several years. The celebration of achievement has allowed the foundation to further its mission of providing support for the fraternity, its members, and others in service to communities, with particular emphasis on African American communities. So again, thank you for joining us, and may God bless you all.
At this time, it is my honor to introduce the Honorable Albert Bryan Jr., Governor of the Virgin Islands. Governor Bryan has always exhibited a lifelong passion for politics and dedication to community service. Prior to running for office, he held numerous roles, including an appointment as the Commissioner of Labor. In this role, he implemented the Jobs for America's Graduates initiative for at-risk youth. When Hurricanes Irma and Maria devastated the territory, he led Operation Rebuild, the U.S. Virgin Islands' effort to coordinate the distribution of recovery and relief supplies to thousands of residents. In August 2018, Governor Bryan succeeded in becoming the 9th elected governor of the U.S. Virgin Islands by winning the majority of votes in a hotly contested runoff election against the incumbent. Governor Bryan lists as his greatest joys his wife Yolanda and his daughters Aaliyah and Sumaya. Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Albert Bryan Jr.
Hi, this is Governor Albert Bryan Jr., Mu Z Chapter 1987 Kappa Alpha Psi Incorporated. You know, living in the Caribbean, every single year we face a new storm season. From June 1st to November 30th, we wait with bated breath to see what this year's storm season would bring. 2017 was one of those years. I'll never forget the anticipation that goes with waiting to see what the storm winds will bring and how close they'll pass to your islands. But that year, we not only had one, but we had two Category 5 storms that devastated not only St. Thomas, not only St. Croix, but the little island of St. John as well. Waking up in the morning and seeing the broken limbs, roofs off, streets cluttered with all kinds of debris, disturbing scenes that will never leave your mind. 3 months we stood without power, looking to see every day if we could get a generator and gas. Hunts for fresh water, looking out to make sure that your friends and neighbors and your family are okay. A time of real deliberation. But the character, strength, resilience, and brotherhood that brought me through those burning sands of Kappa Alpha Psi are all the things that I look to in order to bring me through this period. Quickly we rallied and looked to see who in the community needed more help than us. It is one time that the community is united, and if it's at any time, it's the morning after a storm. Brothers from all over the United States called, whether they got me on the cell phone or tried to instant message me on Facebook to make sure that we were okay. Aid started to come in and people started calling and figuring out, how can we help? How can we help this situation? As I was heading a nonprofit at the time, I quickly moved into action and started to organize the resources, not only coming into the island, but being distributed to the public. Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation stood up and made sure that they were one of the people and one of the foundations that were helping and contributing to the rebuilding of our territory. Those funds were much appreciated and not necessarily expected, but it's through donations and gifts like yours that help keep the foundation ready and able to respond to people when they are in need. It's been 4 years since the storm. We're still struggling to recover. All of the things that have done have just helped to move us a little bit further every day. Whether we contributed some batteries to a senior who needed to have that radio on in the night because they didn't have power or generator, or the little books that we created and coloring and a support system that we give our young people in order to keep them occupied because school wasn't open. Or maybe it was the toiletries that we bought and donated all around the community to make sure people had the basic necessities in their greatest time of need. Whatever it was, we thank you and the foundation for constantly contributing to our cause. It's not over. It's a new storm season, and people all over are going to be damaged or impacted in some way, and they need your help. They need the ability to respond the same way they did for us. Brotherly love every single day, making sure that as far away as the United States Virgin Islands, the impact of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation is being felt. I stand today and thank you, but ask for your continued support, not only for us, but for people all over this great nation that depend on souls like you to contribute and make good to the promise of Kappa Alpha Psi achievement in every single field of human endeavor. Once again, from the United States Virgin Islands, on behalf of all the people here, I would like to say thank you and much success in the future endeavors. Have a fantastic day.
During each celebration of achievement, the Foundation acknowledges the outstanding work of nonprofits in our local communities. These organizations often serve as boots on the ground, providing vital resources and services to children and youth, as well as their families. This year, the Foundation is recognizing two community organizations in the Phoenix metropolitan area. Phoenix was to be the site of our in-person gathering, so we thought it would only be fitting that they be our virtual host community. Our first organization is Black Family and Child Services of Arizona, a 501c3 community-based social service agency. The organization has been serving children and families of all ethnic backgrounds since 1984. They provide behavioral health, therapeutic foster care, education support programs, and an essential program that provides assistance to individuals and families going through tough times. Here to present Black Family and Child Services is the Chief Executive Director, Sean Pearson.
Black Family and Child Services exists to strengthen and support underserved children, individuals, and families. The services that we provide are essential to the quality of life for all of our residents, not just in South Phoenix, but metropolitan Phoenix at large. We encourage participants to be here and to use our services because those of us that are behind the scenes doing the work understand the journey, coming out of poverty, coming out of crisis, coming out of mental health crises. And so those that are serving are compassionate, they are understanding, and they're equipped to deliver the services that we offer. Black Family and Child Services operates from a place of compassion as we serve all of our clients. We're dedicated to customer service in the spirit of excellence through collaboration with all of our dedicated partners. This is why you should choose us as your service provider here in South Phoenix.
Hello, I am here at Black Family and Child Services of Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm here to present our Community Award of Excellence to this wonderful organization. And here to accept it is Mrs. Carolyn Chapman. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And in addition, you will also receive an honorarium of $5,000 from the foundation to help you continue the wonderful work that you are doing here in our community.
Thank you so much. On behalf of Black Family and Child Services, we are so grateful for this generous contribution. Your contribution will ensure that we are able to continue our mission, which is to empower all children and families to live their highest and best quality of life now and in the future. Thank you.
Our second organization is Sun Valley Academy. For more than 12 years, Sun Valley Academy has provided students and families with premium educational experiences by offering a high-quality academic program in a small, nurturing, class-size environment. Sun Valley Academy offers an inspiring community of purposeful learning that focuses on the whole child, mind, body, and spirit. Here to represent Sun Valley Academy is its founder and CEO, Dr. Tanae Morrison.
Every student, every day. Sun Valley Academy is a tuition-free charter school serving grades K through 8 in the South Mountain and Avondale areas. Led by educational change agent and Arizona native, Dr. Tanae Morrison, the Sun Valley Academy was birthed after she saw how students in her communities were underserved. In 2009, as CEO of Morrison Education Group, she opened the very first Sun Valley Academy. By 2018, Dr. Morrison moved the flagship school to a beautiful newly constructed campus. And what began as 10 employees and 140 students has since grown into 2 campuses with more than 90 employees serving over 1,000 students. Sun Valley Academy empowers every scholar, every day, through high standards and high achievement.
Greetings, everyone. I'm here at Sun Valley Academy in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. and I'm here to present on behalf of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation the Community Award of Excellence to Sun Valley Academy and its founder and Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Tanae Morrison. Congratulations, Dr.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bland.
And in addition, we have a $5,000 honorarium for the use of the Sun Valley Academy and its students.
Thank you so much. And on behalf of our parents, students, and staff, thank you for contributing and helping us further our efforts to work with our students and our community. Thank you.
Our next presenter is winding down from the most exciting time of his year, the NBA Finals. Mark Tatum is the Deputy Commissioner and Chief Operating Officer for the National Basketball Association. Since becoming Deputy Commissioner and COO, he's been instrumental in many historic initiatives, including the first NBA game in Africa, the launch of 7 NBA academies around the world for youth and elite development, and the debut of the Junior NBA Global Championship, a first-of-its-kind global youth basketball tournament. Mr. Tatum is a member of numerous boards and a member of the Executive Leadership Council. We're happy to have him join us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mark Tatum.
Good evening, and thank you for including me in this year's Celebration of Achievement event. The Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation supports and funds many incredible programs and initiatives for our young people, and I would like to speak about one of those programs tonight. The flagship leadership development program of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation is the Undergraduate Leadership Institute. This program selects the best and the brightest undergraduate members of the fraternity to participate in an intensive 7-day curriculum that's designed to improve their readiness and preparedness for leadership on campus, within their respective chapters, and in the community. The program also prepares the participants to serve as strong and effective professionals in corporate America. Over the last 13 years, graduates have gone on to serve as executives at the nation's top businesses, nonprofit organizations, and institutions of higher education. The Undergraduate Leadership Institute is a program that turns outstanding young men into extraordinary leaders and achievers. Since its inception, nearly 700 participants representing 70 different universities have graduated from the program, and nearly half of those participants attend graduate school following the program. More now than ever, our world needs leaders, and this program is helping to prepare the next generation of achievers in all fields of endeavor. As an undergraduate student myself, I had the opportunity to serve as president of the Iota Phi chapter of the fraternity, and also served as the elected representative on the Cornell University Council. Those experiences prepared me for future leadership roles, and through your support and efforts, we will continue to develop a new generation of leaders and champions to guide us to a brighter future. So I just want to thank you again for your continued support and enjoy the rest of the meeting.
The Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation has a wonderful partnership with the National Silhouettes. The national president holds a seat on the foundation board of directors. At this time, I would like to introduce Director Janice Haldine, president of the National Silhouettes, for a special presentation.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Just imagine that when God created the Kappa man, he said, I will send him a soulmate, a helpmate, a phenomenal woman, and she will be as pretty as a picture. She will be called a silhouette of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. On this positive note, the idea of rendering services surged to the forefront for the fraternity. I am reminded of Shirley Chisholm's idea of service. She said, service is the rent we pay for the privilege of living on this earth. Several references in the New Testament point out that Jesus was sent to the world to serve and not to be served. Know that the Silhouettes find pleasure in serving as our invaluable advocates in rendering service through the various communities. Thank you again, Kappa Foundation, President Mike DeBose, for the opportunity to serve as your Director of Community Grants. With esteem, pride, the Silhouettes perceive Kappa with these special adjectives: K for kind, A for adorable, P for proactive, and P for productive, and A for amazing. Please know that the services that you render, have rendered, and plan to render for others have not been unnoticeable. Therefore, may the work that you do and have done and continue to do speak for you. Indeed, just like a diamond in the sky, for you are Kappa Alpha Psi. It has been a blessing. At this time, our National First Vice President, Silhouette Andrea Daniels, holds our 2020-2021 Silhouette donation to the Kappa Foundation. Please know that during my administration, the Silhouettes have been generous in giving. The Silhouettes gave $6,500 as a sponsor to the Foundation Golf Tournament. The Silhouettes gave $15,000 donation in 2019 at the Conclave in Philadelphia. And then the Silhouettes gave $10,000 to the Undergraduate COVID Relief Fund. And now, I am proud to announce our sponsorship of $25,000 for the Celebration of Achievement virtual event. With pride, the Silhouettes present a grand total of $56,500 to the Kappa Foundation. Be assured that the next administration will be following the same suit, contributing to the foundation. Thank you.
Well, now it's time for a little entertainment. I'm excited to introduce Mr. Bruce Kirkwood, who will provide a musical selection. So please take this time to stretch your legs, move to the beat, and enjoy the rhythmic sounds of our violinist, Mr. Bruce Kirkwood.
What has happened to healthcare? Why do the few have access, while there are so many who do not? Who decided a group of people don't get the care they deserve because of where they live, who they are, where they work, or who they love? When did it become the norm for it to be so expensive? People are forced to go without it. How did we get here? And where do we go? Those were the questions we asked ourselves over 3 decades ago. And then we made a promise to ourselves, to our community, to care for the vulnerable, to treat the marginalized, no matter who they are. And we've never faltered. Because at Bayless Integrated Healthcare, we treat all of you here.
Baby, I'm home, I'm home, I'm home. Baby, I'm home.
We're always stronger together. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hello, my name is Michael N. Weaver Jr., an undergraduate board member on the Grand Board of Directors, and I'm here to tell you today about how amazing the Kappa Foundation has been in not only my life, but the lives of many. I could go on and on, but I don't have the time, but Kappa Foundation has been truly influential and impactful in my life, especially in the midst of global dual pandemics of racism and COVID-19. The Kappa Foundation was there for me when I needed it the most. They were there for so many other brothers, thousands of brothers, young and old. And through the support of them, I've been able to continue with my studies as a master's student at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And so I'm so grateful and thankful for the work that the Kappa Foundation does and continues to do. And to that, I say yo.
Greetings. My name is Anthony G. Stepney, and I have the distinct honor of serving as the Executive Director of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation. On behalf of the entire team, including our Board of Directors, our Foundation Programming Province Directors, our Network Initiative, Programming and Development teams, among all the great work that we do, it is my distinct privilege to present to you our 2021 Academic Scholars. Each year, the Kappa Foundation awards scholarships to deserving youth from across the country. We believe the education that they received is essential to empowering our young people to take their rightful place among the decision makers in our 21st century America. Scholarships assist with making that education attainable. Since our inception, the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation has touched the lives of more than 1,000 students through scholarships, funding a total of about $1 million. In the spring of 2021, we awarded the H.H. Holloway Scholarship to 23 young men, totaling $18,000. Now, I am honored to continue our legacy by announcing the recipients of our annual academic awards to another 23 students, totaling $54,000. First, the Achievement Scholars. The Foundation is proud to offer financial assistance to graduating high school seniors and continuing undergraduate students with a financial need attending a 4-year accredited college or university. The following selected scholarship recipients will receive a 1-year scholarship of $2,000. Sadea A. Brown of Porter God School in Charleston, South Carolina, has a 3.9 GPA. She will attend Howard University and major in interdisciplinary studies. Monique Lane attended LaGuardia High School in Brooklyn, New York. She has a 3.7 GPA, will attend Howard University, and plans to major in political science. Brandon Shamel Lee attended St. Francis Academy in Baltimore, Maryland. He plans to attend Norfolk State University and major in electrical engineering. Sean Patrick McDonald attended Brashear Middle College in Simpsonville, South Carolina. He has a 3.9 GPA, plans to attend Winthrop University and study in clinical psychology. Jane Robinson attended Nordonia High School in Streetsboro, Ohio. Has a 4.4 GPA, plans to attend Mercyhurst University and major in sports therapy. Devin Sloan attended Lake Nona High School in Orlando, Florida. He had a 3.8 GPA, plans to attend Xavier University of Louisiana and major in music performance. Malcolm Solon attended Suffern High School in Suffern, New York. Had a 3.7 GPA, and plans to attend Fordham University and major in marketing and finance. Next are undergraduate achievement scholars. David Henderson has a 4.0 GPA, attends Georgia State University, majors in journalism. Michael Henderson has a 4.0 GPA, attends Fisk University, and studies political science. Rachel Henderson has a 3.9 GPA, attends University of Missouri in Columbia, and studies journalism. Itana Lang has a 3.9 GPA, attends Lincoln University of Pennsylvania, and studies Pan-African Studies and History. Jayla Ross has a 3.9 GPA, attends Lincoln University of Pennsylvania, and studies finance. Shelby Slater has a 3.9 GPA, attends University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, and studies business administration. The Watts Water Technology Company scholar is Cayman Woods with a 3.6 GPA, studying at the University of Iowa, majoring in accounting. Next, our Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation Thermo Fisher Scientific STEM Scholarship. In partnership with the Thermo Fisher Scientific Company, the foundation is proud to offer financial assistance to graduating high school seniors and continuing undergraduate students with a financial need attending a four-year accredited college or university who have a concentrated interest in the STEM fields. The following selected scholars will receive a one-year scholarship of $2,500. Our high school STEM scholars are Kendall Clark, Westlake High School, Atlanta, Georgia, with a 3.9 GPA and plans to attend Florida A&M University and major in engineering. Leighton Leonard, Chamblee Charter School in Stone Mountain, Georgia, has a 4.0 GPA, also plans to attend Florida A&M University and major in computer engineering. Next, our undergraduate STEM scholars are Christian Alexander with a 3.4 GPA, attends North Carolina A&T State University and majors in bioengineering. Ikram Suleiman has a 3.8 GPA, attends Kettering University and studies engineering. Brianna Marie Williams has a 3.8 GPA, attends Michigan State University and studies human biology. Next, our Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation Randy L. Partee Senior Scholarship. The Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation Incorporated is proud to offer financial assistance to undergraduate students or graduate students with a financial need attending a four-year accredited college or university. This scholarship was established to honor the memory of the late Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated member, Mr. Randy L. Partee Sr. The late Randy Partee was an eminent leader at Hill's Pet Nutrition Corporation. The scholarship is awarded to the applicant who best exemplifies the leadership of Mr. Randy Partee. Applicants must be pursuing a degree in business, information technology, or engineering, and attend an active university and be a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. The recipient will receive a one-year scholarship of $5,000, and this year's Partee Scholarship recipient is Brother Lorenza Oren Breckenridge III. He has a 3.5 GPA, attends Friends University, where he is pursuing a master's degree in business administration. Next, the Michael L. DuBose Excellence Scholarship. This year, the foundation is proud to offer financial assistance to a graduate student who is pursuing a doctorate in education leadership and social justice. He attends Loyola Marymount University, where he has a 3.5 GPA and is an active member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And that is brother Travis Richards, who will receive a one-year scholarship of $6,000. Finally, the Rodney C. Atkins Academic Achievement Scholarship. The foundation is proud to offer financial assistance to a graduating high school senior or continuing undergraduate student attending a 4-year accredited college or university and majoring in a STEM field. With a minimum of 3.0 on a 4.0 scale, awarding this scholarship is based on merit and financial need. The applicant shall be an African-American male, and the applicant shall be an honor student with an academic achievement in high school. The scholarship award is 4 years, $2,500 for a total of $10,000. Approaching his 3rd year as a Rodney C. Atkins Academic Achievement Scholar is Connor McCord Parker of Glen Burnie, Maryland, who attends the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, which he has done since he was 16 years of age. He is a highly regarded student in the world-famous Meyerhoff Scholars Program, where he is majoring in bioinformatics and computational biology. Please join me in a virtual round of applause for each of our scholars and their individual achievements. Please visit our website in April of each year for updates and availability on these scholarships. And in 2022, we have 2 new scholarships to offer: the A. Ronald and Jacqueline Berriman Endowed Scholarship and the Sean B. Battle Academic Achievement Scholarship. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Robert Rush, and it's an honor to be here with you today. Congratulations to this year's Foundation Scholars. You earned this. I'm wishing you the best on your endeavors to come. In 2018, I myself was a recipient of this scholarship through the Building the Dream Classic program. It's one of those rare occasions where thought leaders, philanthropists, celebrities, students, and business owners come together under a common goal of furthering our society for the generations to come. And the funds raised for this further initiatives in the community, create funds for disaster relief, and provide scholarships for youth for professional and academic development. As a first-gen, low-income college student from the South Bronx, this scholarship enabled me to complete my studies worry-free of debt, and I graduated magna cum laude from Harvard University. It also inspires the work that I do today. Or at Facebook, I built bespoke partnerships to create opportunities for underrepresented youth across New York City to have an exposure to the tech industry. And now at my work at a startup where I'm scaling digital literacy training to people across the country who need it most. This scholarship, this program, this event is a testament to what happens when you focus on the potential of our people and not on the preconceived notions that society places upon them. So to the scholars and to everyone listening, congratulations, you're here, and this is only the beginning.
Kappa Camp is one of the Foundation's most successful programs. Kappa Camp recently celebrated its 25th year with a virtual camp that focused on college readiness, business and entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and team building. Nearly 1,000 campers have participated over the past 9 years. Each year, the program, under the guidance of Maurice West, presents a slate of exceptional speakers from a variety of industries that inspire the campers to dream big and create a plan to achieve those dreams. Let's take a look at Kappa Camp.
distinct honor and pleasure to introduce our next presenter, Dr. Myron Roll. Sports enthusiasts and intellectuals alike know Dr. Roll as a gifted athlete, scholar, and philanthropist. In 2006, ESPN's recruiting services ranked him as the #1 high school football prospect in the country. Roll ultimately chose to attend Florida State University, where he earned all Atlantic Coast Conference honors and ACC Defensive Rookie of the Year. Myron was awarded the prestigious Rhodes Scholarship upon graduation from FSU in 2008, enabling him to study at Oxford University in England. After studying at Oxford, he returned to his athletic career to be selected in the 6th round of the 2010 NFL Draft by the Tennessee Titans and finished his career 3 years later with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Always a philanthropist, he started the Myron L. Roll Foundation in 2009, dedicated to the creation and support of health, wellness, and education initiatives benefiting children and families in need. Dr. Roll is now a neurosurgery resident, subspecializing in pediatric neurosurgery at Harvard, Massachusetts General Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Myron Roll.
Hi, everyone. Dr. Myron Roll here, former NFL player, Rhodes Scholar, and current senior neurosurgery resident and global neurosurgery fellow at the Massachusetts General Hospital and Harvard University in Boston, Massachusetts. A part of that global neurosurgery fellowship puts me where I am at right now. I'm currently in Kampala, Uganda, in sub-Saharan Africa, this low-income country, treating patients, pediatric patients in particular, with hydrocephalus and spina bifida, doing advanced treatments that can help this particular demographic. I'm looking forward to the next 5 months that I'm here, working with this outstanding team, taking this knowledge and these skills and the capacity building efforts that I learned here, bringing it back to the practice in the United States, but also bringing it home to the Bahamas, where I'm originally from. I'm most excited about speaking to you all today about this celebration of achievement, 2021, being a part of it, and having the chance to dive deeper into the GuideRight program and what it means to me, what it means to you, and hopefully what it means to all of us. I joined Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated through Theta Eta in Florida State University in the spring of 2008. And at that point, I started to realize the community outreach that our organization got involved with, the gems that our organization liked to sort of bestow upon the community. And a part of that was the GuideRight program, investing in the youth, making sure that they know that they're equipped and empowered to do the work going forward. Keep this momentum that we've already established, keep it progressing in the right direction. Eventually, myself and others in my generation are going to be removed from the table. And it's going to be these young students, these young future leaders, these young difference makers and game changers. They're going to be stepping forward, seated at this table, and making the necessary and requisite decisions for us to continue to make progress in our own fraternity, in our community, in our world. I believe that impact is true. And the GuideRight program, through educational opportunities and workshops and occupational opportunities and all the other chances that come through this program around the country, over thousands of kids getting involved in this, many chapters, over 150 to 200 chapters around the United States being involved in this. I do believe that is a way to put your hands on the younger generation, shape their trajectory so that they're able to fly and soar and reach their goals, dreams, and ambitions. In the process of personally being edified, they also can lift up their communities too. And that's what you want to do. You know, for me at Florida State, I was a student athlete, right, playing football. And they keep you in a sort of a bubble at FSU, right? I mean, at other institutions, I'm sure it's the same way. But they keep you in this bubble and make sure that you do your community service in a safe manner. They do it through different channels that sort of make sense for them. But I wanted to step out of that bubble and find like-minded men of achievement who would help me pursue my philanthropic and altruistic needs and desires as an undergraduate student. And getting involved in the GuideRight program was just that. You know, it was a way for me to have this authentic touch on these young people's lives so that I can see them move to a better version of themselves, right? It's not hand-holding, so to speak. It's literally showing opportunities of what they can be. You know, giving tangible examples, real-life tangible examples of what their body can produce and what they can do with their special skill and special talent. I believe it. We all believe it. And that's why we're here celebrating them. So I am, like I said, a neurosurgeon right now, done with football, now operating in operating rooms and trying to save lives and take care of individuals who are very dire and in vulnerable states. But I do believe that my passion for taking care of underserved individuals, like here in Kampala, Uganda, and in the Bahamas back home, and other parts of the Caribbean, I do believe that that passion, that service was edified and was improved by my time working through the Guide Right program. And I know that the younger individuals who are part of that will feel the same call for service, the same call to helping those in need. That's what it's all about. If we can do that, we can be a greater community. We can have a greater push, a greater impact, and we can make individuals who look like these students in the Guide Right program successful. A common thing that they look like that. Success looks like that, comes from that body, comes from that community, comes from that family name. It all works together for the good. So with that, I just want to say thank you again for allowing me to be a part of the celebration of achievement. It matters a lot. It's kind of late here in Kampala. Got to get some rest pretty soon. Have a busy day tomorrow, but nevertheless, I am just thrilled that I had the chance to speak to you, to share some of my thoughts. God bless. Keep the fight. Let's keep rocking.
Here again with another musical selection is my friend, Mr. Adam A.J. Jackson, accompanied by former Kappa leaguer, Mr. Noah East.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it will. I go to the movies and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't you hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But then he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. There were times when I thought I wasn't gonna last for long, but right now you know that I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Yes, it will. Play Noah. east. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, 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 help me please. But then he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Hey, there were times when I thought I wasn't gonna last for long. But right now you know that I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it will. Oh yes it will. Oh yes, yes it will.
Why do you get to stand your ground, but I have to give up mine? Why don't you see a boy behind the gun that you've pointed at his back? Why am I not good enough? Why can't I live to be old? Why?
Count up the loot, call up the troops. We coming through, we coming through. Count up the loot, call up the troops. We coming through, we coming through. Count the loot, call the troops coming through. From the booth to the moon, that's the route. What it do? It's the same ones around me, no recruits. Stay down when it's cloudy, not the sun. I just want the cheese like where the Packers be. Never move out west to Hollywood, that's where the actors be. Never trust again if you had ever turned your back on me. Heard you got that bag, well I must have a hefty guy on me. Yeah. Count up the loot, count it up. Call up the troops. We coming through, we coming through, we coming through. Count up the loot, count it up.
In science, it's the innovators who ask bolder questions to solve bigger challenges. That's the mission of innovative teams like yours and ours. In support of your goals, the Fisher Scientific team keeps science moving forward by offering over 2 million products globally, including lab supplies, instruments and equipment, safety products, chemicals, and life science reagents from the world's leading scientific brands. It's easy to search for and compare products on our industry-leading website, fishersci.com, where you'll find precise specifications, entire workflows, and product documentation. And if you need assistance with product selection to optimize your results, we have over 1,000 experts in life sciences, safety, production, and other key scientific areas ready to guide you. Your orders move through our purpose-built global warehouse and distribution network designed around the safe handling, storage, and transportation of scientific products to meet your precise delivery requirements. We can seamlessly connect with your e-procurement system, consolidate shipments, and keep you on schedule with available real-time order tracking and next morning delivery. To increase your efficiency, you can enlist our on-site service experts to help run your lab. Everything from glass washing and equipment calibration to preparing media. Or optimize the management of your orders, inventories, and chemical storerooms using the latest tools, like mobile scanning and tracking devices, order kiosks, vending and on-site supply centers, where your staff members can grab and go, knowing the products they use will be replenished automatically, so they're always available. And if you have production needs, we can provide a customized inventory strategy or tailor logistics solutions for your specific requirements. Whatever your need, we'll get the right product at the right time to the right lab like no one else can. That's the Fisher Scientific Channel. We do it more effectively so you can operate more efficiently for the sake of science and innovators like you.
2019 for the Celebration of Achievement, you will remember our next presenter, Reverend Dr. Howard John Wesley, electrified the crowd. If you were not with us in 2019, let me introduce you to our next speaker. Reverend Dr. Howard John Wesley is the gifted and anointed senior pastor of the historic Alfred Street Baptist Church in Alexandria, Virginia. A courageous, dynamic, and visionary leader, he is only the 8th pastor in the church's 217-year history. Dr. Wesley is regarded as one of the most prolific and prophetic voices of justice and grace in our generation. He is an emphatic pastor who is not afraid to take on social and political issues. 3 of Dr. Wesley's sermons, When the Verdict Hurts, A RISPA Response, and With the Black Hoodie He Donned While Preaching This Sermon, and Tell Your Own Story, have been archived in the faith-based collection of the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, Reverend Dr. Howard John Wesley.
Beloved, grace and peace be unto you. Thank you, Brother Jones, for a kind introduction, and allow me to hasten to say how very excited I am to be able to be with you on this day virtually as we talk about the celebration of achievement and the great work of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation. Here's the reality, my brothers and my sisters. If you look around our world, I think all of us can agree that our young people need us now more than ever. And the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation has always been committed to supporting programs and initiatives that advance and enhance the lives of our youth, especially boys and young men of color. It's that commitment that created the signature programs like Kappa Camp and Kappa League and our Undergraduate Leadership Institute and Lead Kappa, each program with a singular focus of creating a better future for our young men. And while these programs primarily focus on young men, we know that when our young men achieve success, that success positively impacts the circle of influence. As we touch one young man, that young man touches 3 or 4 others. Participants in the Foundation signature programs like Kappa League and Kappa Right, they graduate college within 6 years at a rate of 67%, compared to 46% of all black students in a 4-year college. Make sure you hear this, that our young men graduate at a higher rate than those that are not connected to our Kappa programs. In 2020, the Kappa Foundation launched the capital campaign to permanently establish critical programs for young men of color and provide a greater impact on our community. You can't deny the data. Research shows that 72% of the issues facing the African American community are centered around education, economic inequality, and unemployment. And the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation is providing a solution to those issues by creating and maintaining programs that will support and promote college readiness, STEM education, careers, trade profession, and military service as a means to empower youth and create economic inclusion for the future. Beloved, there is a reason why in the history of African Americans, most of our historically black colleges and universities were created right after the Civil War. During the period of Reconstruction, when this nation was wrestling with issues of race and the place of black men and black women in American society, there were those who understood the only way to dismantle systemic racism is through black education. And today in 2021, I think I can say without fear of successful contradiction that the only thing that challenges and threatens white privilege is black intelligence. That's why the work of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation is so critical, and why I invite you to join in with me, that we might continue to raise a generation of young black men and young black women who walk in excellence and intelligence. My father once told me a story that I use to conclude. He tells the story of coming up out of the deep segregated South in the early 1940s. They were riding a bus out of Louisiana up to Chicago. They got somewhere outside of Memphis, and the bus stopped to allow people to have a restroom break. When the people of color at the back of the bus were getting off, one of the drivers said to them, "Make certain you go quickly. They're not friendly to people of color in this town." They hustled off the bus. They went to the bathrooms, which of course were segregated, only to find out that the segregated bathrooms were also a pay-per-use bathroom, which meant you had to have some money to open the door to go to the colored restroom. They didn't have any money, so the young black people, including my father, were getting back on the bus. And while they were getting back on the bus, my father tells the story of meeting a man by the name of Mr. Tillman. He said that Mr. Tillman said to them, "Come on, you all, come back to the bathroom. My dad said we don't have money. We can't open the segregated bathroom. How can we use it?" And this is what Mr. Tillman said: "I'm going to pay to open the door. And once I open the door for you, I'm going to hold it open for everyone else." Beloved, that's what we've been called to do, to open the door and to hold it open for those who will come after us. The Lord has blessed us to be in a position where we can now open doors for the young man and that young woman following after us. And I want to encourage you today to join in with me and the brothers of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation, and let's open some doors and make some ways.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks again for joining us for this amazing evening of celebration. I'm Ron Berryman, and Vice President of the Kappa Foundation and co-chairman of our Capital Campaign.
I'm Michael Atkinson, Secretary of the Kappa Foundation and also co-chairman of our Capital Campaign.
You know, our Capital Campaign was launched in 2020, and it will take on many facets over the next several years. Tonight, the celebration of achievement is just one of them. We hope tonight's presentation has emphasized how important the work that your donations support.
Not only is it important to and for our young people's development and empowerment, but also for the progress of our communities, the nation, and all of mankind. The youth that we lift up today can become the leaders that will change the world.
We thank you and appreciate you for you supporting us in all the work that you've done to make this journey, to help make this journey a successful one in raising the $5 million. Whether it's by giving to the Brother for Brothers campaign, the Oral History Project, the J5 Kappathon, or the Legacy Giving Program.
As you consider a contribution tonight, let me share one more exciting news. July 2021 marks 40 years of existence for the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation. It's 40 years of service.
And 40 years of caring.
40 years of opening doors and holding those doors open for our next generation of achievers.
So tonight, as we celebrate achievement, we also celebrate our 40th anniversary.
To commemorate this occasion, we ask you to please consider a minimum gift of $40 for our 40 years of service. It's 40 for 40 to leave no young person behind.
We appreciate every gift of support to our celebration of achievement, and so it's easy to give. So grab your phone and text COA 2021 to 44321. That's text COA 2021 to 44321. It's quick, it's easy, and it changes a young person's life for the better.
Thank you all for sharing this evening with us and continuing to support the Foundation's efforts, building a new way forward
for the next generation of achievers. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice President Berriman, and Secretary Atkinson, and good evening all. On behalf of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation, I would like to thank you for being a part of tonight's event. Tonight we came together to celebrate achievement, celebrate our young people, and celebrate the Foundation's 40th anniversary. In 1981, the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation was created to assist with the community and philanthropic efforts of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. In 2020, the Foundation launched its capital campaign to create new, long-standing program initiatives that will benefit our young people long into the future. A component of the capital campaign is a legacy giving program. Now, you've seen several of us wearing these distinctive medallions this evening that signify our support of one of the Foundation's newest initiatives. To learn more about how you can join the Legacy Giving Program, please visit thekappafoundation.org. Now, throughout the evening, we have hopefully shown the impact that your support of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation makes on the communities that we serve and that we live in on our youth around the country. Tonight could not have been possible without the leadership and dedication of the committee chairman, Brother Donald Bland, and his co-chairman, Brother Rich Coleman. These gentlemen created the vision of the celebration of achievement, and when the world changed, they pivoted and brought that vision to life in an outstanding virtual event. I would also like to thank Mahogany Zan, Latricia Woods and her team, and the committee for all the work they've done over the last year in putting this program together. Thank you. The Kappa Foundation's Board of Directors also led the charge on championing the celebration of achievement to our corporate partners. I'd like to thank them for their support and their commitment that ensured the financial success of this historic event. And none of this would have been possible without the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, Inc., and the leadership of our Grand Polemarch, Reuben A. Shelton III, Esquire. Now, before we close this evening, I'd like to recognize two members of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation Board of Directors whose terms are coming to an end. Director Janice Hall Dean, National Silhouette President, and Director Evan Jackson. Director Janice Hall Dean has taken our partnership with the Silhouettes to a whole new level. During her administration, donations made by the Silhouettes have exceeded those made by any prior Silhouette administration. Her work and dedication to the Foundation have created a roadmap that will lead to a successful partnership with the National Silhouettes long into the future. Director Evan Jackson is ending his term as the Junior Grand Vice Polemarch for Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, our highest ranking undergraduate member. This impressive young man has taken on both national leadership duties and Foundation Board responsibilities, all while taking classes at Brown University and building a new company. Director Jackson has been the Foundation's conduit of information and support to our undergraduates and has championed their needs and wants as a member of this board. We are excited to see what the future holds for Director Jackson, and we wish him and Director Hall Dean all the best in their future endeavors. Together, we can make new ways possible for youth and young people across the country and across the globe. Together, we can build a new way forward for our next generation of achievers. And together, our communities are stronger and better because of this foundation and the work that we do on behalf of the brand of Kappa Alpha Psi. We will leave no young person behind. Stay safe and stay blessed. Good evening.
Let us pray. God, we thank you. This has been a good evening and a blessed observance. We thank you for your mercy. And now, unto you who's able to keep us from falling and to present us faultless before your throne with exceeding joy, You who gives us hope, help, and the future. We ask these blessings to be with us and now keep us forevermore, we pray. Amen.